Hi, my name's Billie Jordan. I'm 43 years old and I'm the manager of the OP-ERATION crew, the world's oldest hip-hop dance crew, and we're here at the National Hip-Hop Championship Finals, and my crew have just done a tribute performance to everybody.
And how did it go tonight?
Oh, it was amazing. Like, everybody was like cheering and screaming, and my crew all crying, and for some of them they think, well, this is the last time they'll ever dance on stage. Like, some of them just won't make it through winter, so it's a big deal.
And what inspired you to start this? Where did this all begin?
Well, it all actually started like when I was actually in the Christchurch earthquake, and I was injured and I had a really horrible time of it, and I thought, you know what, if I get through this, if I live to tell the tale, I'm going to move to like Waiheke Island and I'm going to live life like there's no tomorrow. So I got to Waiheke Island, and then nobody else like in my age group really was in that zone of like, let's just seize the day, and they were all like worried about their careers and all this, so I just sort of quit all of that, and I thought I'll just set up the world's oldest dance crew. And because of all these senior citizens in my community all just sitting on the couch thinking, let's just wait and die, and I thought, no, let's all go out dancing. So I went in my van and I drove around the island, and I just went up to people who were like old and grey hair or white hair, said, are you 65 or over, do you want to join this dance crew? And then I got the crew together, and then I got a choreographer, but the choreographer was treating them like a bit of a boot camp, and they were all getting upset. So I thought, oh, I've got to learn hip hop. I don't even know how to do hip hop, but I love it. And so I got heaps of DVDs out and everything, went on YouTube and thought, oh, I'm just going to have to learn hip hop really quickly, like some moves that geriatrics can do, because I've got all people in my group. So I just started it that way, sort of, I suppose, at the street level, really. And middle-aged woman, like trying to do her moves in front of the ranch sliders at home, like a loser. But anyway, and so I've got 37 in my crew. I've got 4 members who are deaf, one's blind, one's in a wheelchair, one's in a Zimmer frame, a few with a bit of dementia going on. Some think, hey, why is this music different from last week? And why are we doing this move? We didn't do this last week. It's like, no, it's the same music. It's the same thing. So the hardest thing about teaching them is rounding them up. It takes me about 25 minutes to round them up. So tonight they were all over the place. It's a nightmare, because they will do things in their own time, and they've got walking sticks, so you don't hassle with someone with a walking stick.
What's been some of your biggest obstacles? Like, I mean, you briefly touched on them there, but are there other things that you guys, like that normal crews maybe don't really experience that you guys experience?
Yeah, there's things obviously I experience, like some of them who are deaf, like they might have hearing aids, but they're too cheap to put in the batteries, or they take them out. And you're trying to teach people who can't hear the music and they can't hear you, and they're too cheap to put their batteries in their hearing aids. And you can't sort of really argue with that. Like, okay, you need to save money, but that makes it hard. Also, there's obviously a few divas in the group, so you've got to deal with that. And there's a few that have a tantrum. Just because they're old, it doesn't mean that they don't behave like any other person. But yeah, mainly just you've got to have a lot of patience. So it takes about a month to train them for 30 seconds of dance. So it's taken 4 months for 4 months to learn 2 minutes.
Wow. And
patient.
And after all that you guys have been through, what's it like to finally come and perform in front of all these fans, and everyone just seems to love you and just enjoy what you guys are doing?
It's crazy. Like, the reaction from all the young people is just it's like indescribable. It's just amazing. Like, they just can't believe it, because all we do is, like, we're on this little island in the middle of the, you know, Hauriki Gulf, and we're in our community hall. We go for our moves. The rest of the community aren't like really engaged in it, and they've got lots of their friends who just say, you should just stay home. You're a disgrace. What's this hip hop business? You shouldn't be doing that, not at your age. And so we just sort of get together twice a week, and we're in the hall, and it's just quiet. We haven't got one person watching. Nobody's ever cheered. And then you come here and they're in a big stadium, people are screaming. It's too much. It's just too much. Like last night they went home wired and they were phoning me at like 2 in the morning. I'm like, go to bed. One rang me at like 2:30 in the morning, come over for tea and toast. It's like, do you know what time it is? They're like, but I thought this was supposed to expel my energy, but I've got more energy than I've had in 50 years. Let's go. I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. So yeah, so at the moment, we're trying to aim to do a tribute performance in Los Angeles, like, oh, well, not in Los Angeles, in Las Vegas, at the World Hip Hop Champs in August. So we're trying to like go, oh, can we do a tribute there? So at the moment, we're having discussions with the crew. Are you prepared to die for this? Because that flight, 13-hour flight, and given their heart conditions, because most of them got heart conditions, they could kill them. And so I've had to provide prices of how much it costs to ship a dead body from Las Vegas back to New Zealand. It's $300,000 in case you need to know. Or if you choose to, you get cremated. And cremated is a cheaper option. You can go $700 and that's just come back, hand luggage, Tupperware container. Or you can spend $5,000, get a proper like whole cremation ceremony and come back in like a Ming Dynasty like flash China vase. So some of them are going, yeah, I'm willing to risk everything. If I could get to the World Hip Hop Champs, I'll go and I'll come back, hand luggage, Tupperware container. So they're die hard.
Like literally die hard.
People don't get it, but they're like, if I just want to do this. This is that important to them.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, but hey, what a way to go, right?
Yeah. Wow, that's so amazing. Do you like with that whole death thing? Yeah, that just kind of.
But it's reality.
Yeah, with that whole death thing.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of that. There's a documentary on that choir.
Oh yeah, young.
And they kind of do like a similar thing.
Only one of them died though, eh?
Yeah, I mean I don't really know the whole story, but
they were a choir.
Yeah, but what's it like dealing with kind of like the issue of death? I guess like having that with the hip hop dance.
Yeah, we all laugh about death. I think because like I always think I'm gonna die because I'm like traumatized still. They all think they're gonna die, so we just all live in the present. We just love every moment and just suck it all in. But I mean, they're like 50 years older than me, so I shouldn't even be thinking like that. But you know, we just all laugh about death, and as long as we're dancing.
Oh, awesome.
Bring it on.
Do you have any last words, or to any supporters watching this, or anything else you want to say?
I just want to say to all the young people, all the hip hop artists in New Zealand and around the world, that when they get up and they put on a little clip on YouTube, or they do like a little dance in the street, or they come to a competition or whatever, people like my crew, we're watching that, and that gets them out of bed, and they are so inspired by that, and they have so much respect for them. They know what it's like just to try and get in a line, or trying to start on the same cue. Like they really appreciate what it takes, and they know that you have to have heart to do hip hop. And I just want to say thank you to every hip hop dancer in the world, because you are keeping my crew alive. You've given them so much that they are that you are keeping them alive. I would say about 3 or 4 of them would have been long dead by now if it wasn't for you guys. Yeah, it's true.
Well, all the best for the future. I hope you guys get to Vegas and get to do your thing.
Hey, Vegas or die.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hey, we've got to have a dream, right? Keep it big.
Cool, thank you very much.
Thank you.